Alright, so before we get round number 2 going, let's check in with the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club Field Day posse and see what in the world is going on out at Field Day. Who wants to check in and give us an update of what the fellas are up to, and ladies?
AI5MDS over here. We've got a bunch of good quick brown suede trailers. We've got the clean up on the head of the yard. And we've got
Well, you need to bump up your power, son. We heard a bunch of static.
You on the 2.5? Sure don't sound like they're on the 2.5. K5TR. Yeah, I was on the 2.5. I don't know what's wrong with my Yaesu, but I'm coming in on the Baofeng now. Supposedly better. Hopefully.
Alright. We better get that looked at before tomorrow. Let's go see what the Crossroads Ham Radio Club. We got anybody hanging out at Field Day out there with the W5LCR group?
W5ITZ. I'm not currently at the site. I was earlier today. We have a few that are camping out, and we're planning on meeting at 8 a.m. In the morning and start getting things set up, and we will be ready.
Roger, roger. All right, well, let's move everybody into round number 2. Round number 2 is all about Jurassic World, all the different movies. And this is a fantastic time to take a drink because you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name, and you too can be hanging out with us. Round number 2 is all about Jurassic World. I think I saw the first one and then kind of tuned the rest of them out. So we'll see how you do. We'll see if we got any Jurassic Park fans in here. Something tells me Kent has seen them all. All right, here we go with question number 1. What apex predator's entrance is foreshadowed in the famous rippling water scene in Jurassic Park? "95% say Tyrannosaurus Rex." We only had 5% for the Allosaurus. Let's see, 95%, surely y'all are right. Yes, you are. Let's see who's got Richard. Richard, man, you got to take a drink. 1993's Jurassic Park ratchets up the tension with rippling water and thunderous steps before introducing the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Question number 2. What is the name of John Hammond's bioengineering company responsible for cloning dinosaurs? Well, almost half of you think Engine is it. We got DinoCo coming in second, and then we got BioSearch and GenPack tied for third and fourth. So what is the name of the bioengineering company that's making all these crazy things? Engine is correct. Short for International Genetics Technology. Clones extinct animals, primarily dinosaurs, and owns and operates Jurassic Park. All right, that means half of you. It's time to take a drink. Question number 3. In what U.S. state is paleontologist Alan Grant digging for fossils when first introduced in Jurassic Park? Utah is the overwhelming answer, followed by Montana, and then we got a tie for Iowa and Nebraska for 3rd and 4th. So where did we first get to see Alan Grant? It was Montana. Montana was it. Only 30% got that. There's a lot of drinking going on. Dr. Alan Grant supervises an archaeological dig site outside of Snakewater, Montana, before he is invited to Jurassic Park by John Hammond. Question number 4. In which brand of the U.S. military did Owen Grady serve before becoming a velociraptor trainer in Jurassic World?
Not to say, oh, there they are.
Yeah, I forgot to hit the button. Number 1 answer on the board is the Army, followed by the Marines, Air Force, and the Navy. So which branch was Owen Grady in? It was the Navy. The Navy. Owen Grady was an expert marksman and a member of the Navy SEAL team of SEAL 4 prior to becoming an animal behaviorist and raptor trainer in 2015's Jurassic World. We only got 3 people that do that. One of those being Sammy, N5TXR, Ashley, KI5MVF, and Jeffrey. Oh, looks like Ashley and Jeffrey might be Jurassic Park fans. All right, question number 5 and the official midpoint of the Jurassic round. Which main character dies in the Jurassic Park novel but survives the movie? I only watched one movie, and I certainly did not read the book. Let's see what y'all think. John Hammond seems to be the number 1 choice. We got a tie for Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant for 2nd and 3rd, and Ellie Sattler coming in 4th. So which main character dies in Jurassic Park novel but survives the movie? It is John Hammond. In Michael Crichton's 1990 novel, John Hammond is killed by a pack of something incredible after falling down a hill and breaking his ankle. I couldn't even pronounce the word. The novel also features the supposed death of Dr. Ian Malcolm, but it's later revealed in 1995's The Lost World that he survived. Well, halfway through, let's add up scores and see how we're doing. We got Kent, KI5RVT, in the number 1 spot. We got Jeffrey, KI5MVF, in the number 2 spot, and Bill, N5SMO, hanging out in the number 3 spot. All right. Well, halfway through, it's time to take a drink because you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I am your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. We got 29 people hanging out with us, plus we got all the people from Field Day, friends and families, so that's, at least 30, 40 people. We got question number 6, and this is the time when you get to bet your points. So put those things to work. Y'all place your bets. Let's see how you do on question number 6. Which of these Jurassic World dinosaurs is the Mosasaurus? So let's flash this up and see if we got colors. So red is coming in at 79%. We have orange and green tied at 8% and blue at 4%. I don't even have the names of these things. So let's see. 79% that picked red are correct. Check that out. All right, so 79%. Let's see what that did to the old scoreboard. Check out the green. That bumped Jeffrey, KI5MVF, into the number 1 spot. Steve, KI5UKF, came out of nowhere into second place. Congratulations. And Kent, KI5RVT, taking a back seat to third place. All right, Kent, we'll see what happens. 550 points versus 450. You got 100 points, man. Something tells me you can do this. Question number 7. Which installment in the Jurassic World franchise features the Spinosaurus as its big, bad dinosaur antagonist? Well, I gotta wait for this thing to keep counting. So 38% said Jurassic World. We had a tie for the Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and then Jurassic Park coming in number 4. So which one of these was it? Jurassic Park 3. The Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 is the largest animatronic ever built with a 1,000 horsepower motor and hydraulics that allowed movement in the water. All right, 25%. Everybody's going to have to take a drink. Question number 8. Which of these is not one of the author of Michael Crichton's various non-Jurassic World novels? Well, Ender's Game seems to be the number 1 spot. We had a tie for the Terminal Man and Congo for second and third, and the Andromeda Strain coming in number 4. So which of these is not one of the author's non-Jurassic World novels? Ender's Game is it. Michael Crichton wrote many classic sci-fi and thriller books, but not Ender's Game, written by Orson Scott Card in 1985. Question number 9 in the Jurassic World this round. Which brand of shaving cream is the false can used by Dennis Nedry to smuggle dinosaur embryos in Jurassic Park? Well, we got all the buttons pushed here. Barbasol was the number 1, followed by Gillette, and then a tie for Edge and Old Spice for third and fourth. So let's see. If I was yogurt, which would this be? It is Barbasol. The clandestine Barbasol can disappears in the mud of Isla Nublar in Jurassic Park 1993 and is only seen again in Jurassic Park the Game in 2011 when it is ultimately destroyed. Question number 10 and the end of our fantastic Paleolithic round. Who is the alpha in Owen Grady's pack of trained raptors in the Jurassic World movie? Well, Blue coming in number 1, Charlie number 2, Echo number 3, and Delta number 4. So which of these is correct? Blue. Animal behaviorist Owen Grady trains raptors to work as a team with humans, and Blue, with whom Grady has an empathetic bond, is the alpha of the pack. All right, that is the end of round number 2. We're going to add up the scores and see how we did. Check it out. Jeffrey, KI5MVF in the number 1 spot with 809 points. Kent, KI5RBT, snuck his way back into second. And Ashley, KI5MVF in the number 3 spot. All right, let's go talk to Jeffrey. Hopefully it's on a Baofeng on the 250. Jeffrey, man, you missed 3. Which one of these got you?
I'm excited. I must have broken my radio or my antenna on the way up here. Yeah, so Ashley and I both just binged all of these movies in the last week because we went and saw the new movie at IMAX on Wednesday night. And so, yeah, we were pretty fresh on all this.
Right on, man. So which one's got you?
The Utah question, he's in Utah in the most recent movie, and then the one about the book, who dies in the book but not the movie, that one got me. And the Spinosaur got me, so I got 3 of them that got me.
Roger, roger. Well, let's go talk to Kent, KI5RBT. Kent only missed 1, yet came in second place with 795 points. Which one got you, man?
The branch of the military that Owen Grady served. I never watched anything after the 3rd, so that's my downfall there. Good stuff. The Ender's Game question really kind of got me because that's one of my favorite books of all time. KI5RBT.
All right, I finally got Kent. Fantastic. Well, let's go talk to Ashley, KI5MVF. Ashley, don't use Jeffrey's radio. It sucks. Come in and tell us you missed 3. Did you miss the same 3 that Jeffrey missed?
I did. I believe I missed the exact same 3. I do want to say, after the first 2 questions, he was feeling very confident and was like, oh, I'm going to go 10 for 10 in this round. Immediately gets 3 wrong. So even though he did win the round, I still want it noted that he only got 7 right.
Yep, you both got 7, got 9 right, but still came in second. What a bummer. All right, well, it is time for yet another intermission. So we're going to take a quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time from the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. We got 30 people hanging out with us. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big... I'm going to move everybody over into the second intermission and fire it off. If you have any questions or concerns, just want to say, hey, come with your name and call sign now.
MVF, radio check.
Much better, much better.
I think it's just where I was sitting, KI5MVF.
Alpha Charlie 5, Charlie Mike.
Go ahead, sir.
While I wait for the wife. Anyway, so thought I'd give you something to do while I wait. Anyway, AAC5, see you.
To have you in the game tonight. Yep, I see you checked in 17 minutes ago. So thanks for hanging out with us, waiting on the XYL.
Mark up AI5K.
Go ahead. What? What are you talking about?
Nothing. KI5KAT.
All right. All right, round 2 intermission is done, which means it's time for round number 3. So y'all go ahead and light up those devices, and we'll move everybody over. It's about Bob's Burgers to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club. Call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5BBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your first name. And let's see, well, we got Chris. Chris is the newest guy to check in. Let's see if we have anybody else that has joined us since then. No, Richard. As a matter of fact, so Richard from Rosanke, we need your call sign. If you would come in and give us your call sign, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, this is Richard. Sorry about that. I thought I put it in there and I didn't. It's Kilo India 5 Victor November Kilo.
No worries, man. We got you in there. Kilo India 5 Victor November Kilo. We'll put you in there. If you don't give me a call sign, then we can't get you in on the books because you got to have a call sign in order to make that happen. All right, round number 3. It's all about Bob's Burgers. We got 30 people hanging out with us playing the game tonight. Just real quick, if you want to come play, head over to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab, and you can be hanging out playing with us. Round number 3, question number 1, here we go. On what's k.org and make a donation of $10,000, and you will have every answer sent your direction. All right, let's see what we think. Oh, look, Ocean Avenue. While the town in Bob's Burgers has no explicit name, the restaurant itself occupies a space on Ocean Avenue. All right, question number 2 about Bob's Burgers. On which Comedy Central show did Bob's Burgers created Lauren Bouchard get his start? This has caused lots of fun controversy in the Discord. Scott hasn't seen anything. Steve hasn't seen. Y'all have got to start watching some cartoons, y'all. It's don't watch the news. Watch cartoons. It'll make you a whole lot happier person. Let's see what we got. South Park is the number 1 answer, followed by Short Attention Span Theater, which is my life. TV Funhouse, and then Dr. Katz Professional Therapist coming in 4th. So where did Lauren get his start? It was Dr. Katz, professional therapist. He was a writer and producer on Jonathan Katz, Cold Dr. Katz, professional therapist, which he employed many of the voice talents heard on Bob's Burgers, especially that being John Benjamin, which is one of my, I fell in love with him at home movies back in the Adult Swim days. Question number 3. Which Boys for Now member and crush of Louise Belcher does Max Greenfield voice? Half of you said Boo Boo. We got Matt coming in second, and then a tie for Griffin and Alan for third and fourth. Let's see if Boo Boo was it. It reminds me a lot of Space Jail, or no, I can't even think of the name of the show. But yeah, it's kind of an acid flashback, and you really have to pay attention to Rick and Morty because the storyline is so bizarre, but it is so well done. Like, I love it. Maybe we'll have to do a Rick and Morty round here soon. Question number: cast member was given their role in part due to their comedy videos on Survey says John Roberts is taking the cake, followed by Christian Shalale, and then a tie for Eugene Mehrman and Dan Mintz. So let's see who it was. That was John Roberts. His early 2000s internet videos making fun of his overly dramatic mother helped him earn the role of Linda Belcher, which he does very well. Question number 5, and halfway through the Bob's Burgers round. Which voices Tina Belcher's imaginary horse, or who voices Tina Belcher's imaginary horse, Jericho? So 46% seem to think Paul Rudd is it, followed by Ed Helms, and then a tie for old Keanu Reeves and George Clooney. The correct answer is Paul Rudd. During the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge viral video trend of 2014, Bob's Burgers made a video featuring Tina asking Paul Rudd to make one, which led to him voicing the imaginary equine. All right. Halfway through, let's add up the scores. Let's see who the Bob's Burgers people are. Check it out. Of course, it's Kent and Ben, KI5RBT, and Matt, K9MGW in the number 3 spot. Matt has got 3. He only missed 2. So look at that. Let's see how else. I want to look at my rankings here and see. Wow, we don't have a lot of Bob's Burgers fans. Most everybody got 1 or 2 of these right, so that's not so bad. While y'all are doing that, it's time for yet another drink, because you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. And here we go with question number 6. Y'all place your bets. We'll see how you do. This one could totally move you ahead. All right, what is the name of Gene Belcher's imaginary friend that is always off doing very interesting things?
I bet 100% of 0 points, KI5UKF.
All right, Steve's got the old fake news coming out. He doesn't even think this is a show. All right, let's see what you think. Well, 44% said Ken is the imaginary friend. We got a tie for Jeff and Tom for second and third. Mike coming in fourth. So what is the name of Gene Belcher's imaginary friend? Ken is it. Gene's friend Ken is 28 years old, loves yoga, and carries a pager. All right, 44% of you got that right. That should put a little green on the board. We got Kent and Ben still in the number 1 and number 2 spot, and Trina in the number 3 spot. There's a little bit of red in there, but not so much. Leela got N5TZB. She got all of her points taken away, as did Philip. Oh, man. And Titus. N5TZB. Question number 7. What is the name of the Wonder Wharf mascot on Bob's Burgers? We're staying in the 40%. 42% say Dizzy Dog, followed by Pier Pup, Wharfy Wolf, and Happy Hound. Good Lord, I need to stop drinking. So what is the name of the Wonder Wharf mascot on Bob's Burgers? Dizzy Dog is correct. Wonder Wharf's mascot, Dizzy Dog, appears as a ride height guide, various prizes for games, and even has his own comic book in the series. Question number 8. What is the actual last name of the Pesto family, owners of Bob's across-the-street restaurant rival, Jimmy Pesto's? Well, the number 1 answer is Poplovich, followed by Pinciotti and Peabody. Nobody picked Peters, so what is the real name of Jimmy Pesto's restaurant, or last name? It is Poplovich. Pesto is just a pseudonym meant to evoke Italy for the sake of the family's pizzeria, but their actual name is very Greek, Poplovich. All right, 48% of you got that one. Question number 9 in this tumultuous Bob's Burgers round. What is the name of the 1980s B movie shark flick in which Teddy was an extra? Almost half of you said The Deepening. Fins of Fury coming in second, Sweet Tooth third, and Hot Summer Bites number 4. So what is the name of the 1980s B movie shark flick in which Teddy was an extra? The Deepening is it. The Deepening featured a mechanical shark that is later brought back to Wonder Wharf and soon wreaks havoc on the town. All right, for those of you that don't know anything about Bob's Burgers, you got one more question. This is it. We'll put you out of your misery. For which comedy did Kevin Kline, voice of the Belchers' wealthy and eccentric landlord, Mr. Fishoder, win an Oscar? So see, even if you don't know anything about Bob's Burgers, you maybe get this one right. 76% said A Fish Called Wanda, which is a fantastic movie. Clue coming in second, Ruthless People number 3, and My Blue Heaven number 4. The correct answer is A Fish Called Wanda. Kevin Kline won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in the 1988 cult comedy A Fish Called Wanda. I can't watch that without thinking of Ken. All right, let's add up the scores and see how terrible everybody did. Kent is number 1. Kent didn't miss a 1,133 points. Ben is coming in second. He only missed 903 points. And Trina, number 3. So let's go chat with the big man himself. You didn't miss a single one. Have you watched every episode of Bob's Burgers like I have, Kent?
Yes, sir, and I think I'm probably 2 or 3 behind, but that's it. We catch them on Hulu, and we watch every weekend. I'd say we catch up. So, yeah, pretty big fans of just cartoons in general.
Yep, I watch the news for the weather, and then the rest of it is cartoons. It seems to make me a happy person. So, well, let's see if Ben wants to take any credit for getting in there in the number 2 spot. Ben, you got anything to say for us, man?
He's kind of stuck where he is. He's on the bed. There's stuff piled around him, so he can't really move. He's playing Minecraft apparently too, so can't do it. KF5 RBT.
All right, and Trina is receive only, so we will get us out of our misery on this. Let's add up all 3 rounds and see who's doing what. We got Kent in the number 1 spot with 3,192 points. Got Ben, KI5 RBT with 2,400. And Sammy, check it out, N5TXR coming in number 3 with 1,000. Well, it is time to take another quick intermission so everybody can take care of business. During the intermission, you'll see questions on your screen to pass the time. Voting is optional, but always appreciated. Just a reminder, you can check into tonight's TriviaNet at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the TriviaNet tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. So if you're hanging out with us from Cuero to Houston, go look and see. I should have your repeater on there. We're going to fire this up. If you have any questions, please call with your name and call sign now. Well, it looks like we're going to lose Bill, W5ITZ. He's got to get some sleep before they head out to field day tomorrow. So good night, Bill. Thanks for hanging out with us, man, and good luck on field day out there with the Crossroads Ham Radio Club. We're going to get everybody moved over into round number 4. Round number 4. Maybe y'all know something about summer blockbuster movies. Let's hope. This will be a little bit better than the last round. Everybody still thinks that Bob's Burgers is just something I made up. All right, before we can get into round number 4, it is time to take a drink, because you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VBS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down and click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your call sign and your name. We got 30 people, minus 1, because Bill had to leave us. So we'll make up time for that. Round number 4 is all about summer blockbuster movies. So if you know anything about that, get in here and play with us on round number 4. All right, round number 4, here we go. Question number 1, what is the name of the Chris Pratt's Raptor training protagonist in 2015's Jurassic World? Number 1 answer on the board, Owen Grady. We got Alan Grant and Ian Malcolm tied for second and third, and Vic Hoskins, number 4. What is the name of the Chris Pratt's Raptor training protagonist in 2015's Jurassic World? 58% of you are correct. Owen Grady was it. Question number 2. What bite-sized candy is the titular alien obsessed with in 1982 E.T. the Extraterrestrial? said Reese's Pieces, followed by M&M's, Spree. Nobody picked on the Smarties. Even E.T. doesn't like Smarties. All right, let's see who is correct. Yeah, it's Reese's Pieces. Steven Spielberg initially wanted M&M's to be featured in E.T., but they declined, which opened the door for Reese's Pieces and proved to be a massive jump in their profits for the year. Question number 3. What blues rock singer sued Ray Parker Jr. for plagiarism over the theme song to 1984's Ghostbusters? It's a conspiracy, Scott. Yeah, they flash all the candy, and then all the kids want it, and another $300 later, you can get out of the movie. All right, so let's see what you think. Number 1 answer, Huey Lewis, followed by Joe Cocker, Buddy Guy, and then Robert Palmer. So what blues rock singer sued Ray Parker Jr. for plagiarism over the theme song to 1984's Ghostbusters? I had no idea this was even a thing, but Huey Lewis was it. Huey Lewis sued Ray Parker Jr. for plagiarizing the melody to his 1983 hit I Want a New Drug for the theme song to 1984's Ghostbusters. The case was settled out of court for an undisclosed sum, and Parker later sued Lewis for breaching the confidentiality agreement from the 1984 lawsuit. You're nobody unless you're getting sued by somebody. Question number 4. What is the American subtitle in the final blockbuster Pirates of the Caribbean film released in 2017? Well, check it out. We got a tie for first and second. Dead Man Tell No Lies and Dead Man's Chest. Tie for first and second, followed by At World's End and On Stranger Tides. So what is the subtitle of the final blockbuster Pirates of the Caribbean film? It is Dead Men Tell No Lies. 2017's Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Lies was released internationally as Pirates of the Caribbean Salazar's Revenge. So that's why it was only in the U.S. All right, question number 5, and halfway through our less contested summer blockbuster round. What critically panned horror film twice struck blockbuster gold with its original release in 1979 and a remake in 2005? Oh, this is one of my favorite scenes in Spaceballs, when the little dude starts dancing on the... I love it that everybody just kind of watches and pulls their plates. All right, so let's see. We got another tie for first and second between the Amityville Horror, Dawn of the Dead, and then we got The Omen coming in third. Nobody picked Fright Night. So which one was it? The Amityville Horror. Despite negative reviews in their respective release years, both 1979's starring James Brolin and its 2005 remake starring Ryan Reynolds outperformed box office expectations. All right, let's add up scores and see. Kent is in the number 1 spot, has not missed one. Ooh, check it out. We got Maria and Ernesto in the number 2 spot. They didn't miss one either. And Jeffrey, KI5MVF, is in the number 3 spot. All right, it's time to take yet another drink, because you're listening to the Friday Night Trivia Net, brought to you by the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK. My name is Rusty, WZ5VVS. I'm your net control for tonight. You can check into tonight's Trivia Net at any time during the game from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. All you have to do is point your web browser to n5oak.org and click on the Trivia Net tab. Once you're there, scroll down, click on the big green button to check in. There's no software to install or accounts to create. All we need is your name and your call sign. We got 26 people hanging out with us. 4 people had to drop off because they got to go get up early. But we still got 26 people hanging out, and we got 5 more questions left in round number 4. It is time for question number 6, which means that it is time to place your bets. Jerry Bruckheimer and this person produced some of the most financially successful films in the 1980s, including Flashdance, Top Gun, and Beverly Hills Cop. Oh man, I would have totally lost this one. So we got a tie for Joel Silver and Don Simpson for first and second, followed by Frank Marshall and Kathleen Kennedy. So who made crazy movies in the 1980s? Yeah, Don Simpson was it. Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson are largely credited for creating the template of the modern blockbuster in the mid-1980s. Their partnership would also produce Beverly Hills Cop 2, Days of Thunder, and Bad Boys. All right, so let's see. How many got that right? 35% got that right, so we'll fire up the scoreboard yet again and see what that did. Kent is in the number 1 spot. Ben is in the number 2 spot. And Layla, N5TZV, snuck her way into the number 3 spot. All right, congratulations. Question number 7. Video game franchise. What video game franchise did Steven Spielberg conceive while making 1998's World War II epic Saving Private Ryan? Number 1 answer on the board, Call of Duty, followed by Medal of Honor, Battlefield. Nobody picked Wolfenstein. So let's see, what video game franchise did Steven Spielberg conceive? It was Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor. Steven Spielberg conceived Medal of Honor while directing 1998's Saving Private Ryan. Spielberg wanted to create a game that was both educational and entertaining. The series has sold over 40 million copies. 40 million copies, wow. Question number 8. Which single from the 1978's Grease was the soundtrack's first number 1 Billboard hit? "74% say You're the One That I Want." Grease coming in second, Hopelessly Devoted for You, and Beauty School Dropout, number 4. So I gotta say, out of all these, Beauty School Dropout was my favorite out of the whole movie. But I would have been wrong, because You're the One That I Want was the correct answer. Who picked that? Leonard, KI5NLC, right there. I'm right there with you, man. That was my favorite when they were in the little I don't even know what that was, but Frankie Avalon was singing that. So You're the One That I Want was the first number 1 Billboard hit for Grease's soundtrack in 1978, but not the last, as Frankie Valli's title track would later follow a few months later. All right, question number 9. What summer blockbuster was the highest grossing movie of 1990? Highest grossing movie in 1990. Let's see what you think. Total Recall. And then we got a tie for Back to the Future 3 and Ghost, and then Dick Tracy coming in 4th. I remember when Dick Tracy came out, dude. We were on vacation, and we went to the theater just to see that, because there's a huge push for that movie. Let's see who got it right. Ghost. Ghost spent 19 weeks at number 1 in 1990s, grossed over $500 million internationally on a $22 million budget. At the time of its release, Ghost was the 3rd highest grossing film of all time. Good old Patrick Swayze in that crazy scene with the mud wheel. Question number 10. What 1980s blockbuster was the first film allowed to shoot at the iconic Playboy Mansion in Los Angeles? Number 1 answer on the board, Beverly Hills Cop 2. That was such a great franchise. Followed by Coming to America, Lethal Weapon 2, and Fatal Attraction. So what was the first film allowed to shoot in the iconic Playboy Mansion? Beverly Hills Cop 2. 1987 Beverly Hills Cop 2 is the first film authorized to shoot in the Playboy Mansion. The mansion has also featured in 2008's The House Bunny and 2019's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Well, there you have it. That is all of round number 4. So let's add up the scores and see how we did. Kent is in the number 1 spot. He only missed 2. Ben is in the number 2 spot. He also missed 2. And Philip, check it out, AC5G. He missed 2 as well. Now there's a point swing right there. The top 3 missed 2 points. The number 1 has got 1,023 points, and the number 3 has 572 points. That's pretty awesome. All right, so Kent, KI5 RBT, you missed 2. Which one's got you?
I missed the song from Grease because I've never seen it, and I don't plan on ever seeing it. And I missed the one for where the answer was Ghost, because I don't think I saw it at the theater. I saw Total Recall. KI5 RBT. Oh, and Ben's not going to get up and talk. I'll tell you that right now.
Fair enough. All right, yeah, I will never forget that. That was a crazy scene with old Whoopi and what's her name? She married Ashton Kutcher. Oh, I cannot think of her name. It just disappeared. Anyway, that was a very bizarre scene when you see that as a kid. So Philip, AC5G, you're in the number 3 spot. You missed 2. Which one's got you, man? All right, and Philip is receive only tonight, so no chatting with Philip. So that means that, let's see, let's go talk to Layla, N5TZB. She's in the number 4 spot. Congratulations on the number 4 spot. You missed half of them, but hey, you got 490 points. Which one's got you?
Sorry, but I have to laugh because I missed half of them because I was completely clueless. Well, if I got half of them right, then got half of them wrong. I see I got the first one wrong, the third one wrong. I got and then the last 3. Oh no. I can't keep track of all that. It's confusing to me. Anyways, I think what helped me was I got the all or nothing, and I put 100% in, and that's probably what pulled me up to where I'm at.
Yeah, man, you bet on those questions, and that'll help you. It'll pull you out of nothing. Well, hey, congratulations. Let's see if Sammy, N5TXR, wants to chat. Well, you got number 5 in this one, man.
Well, I only answered 4 correct, so it must be a hard category. Not very old man friendly either. But the one question I got wrong because they said what was the blues singer that sued Ray Parker Jr. So I just didn't even think about Huey Lewis because he's not a blues singer. But that's about all I could think of. I missed a bunch more.
Yeah, see, I'm totally with you on that. The blues singer got me, and I was just like, I can't really think about it. And then when I saw the answer, and I was just like, he's not blues, he's like a pop singer. So, and I love Huey Lewis of the News, but yeah, I was just like, all right, well, so you got to number 5 here, and you're saying that, you know, things aren't very old man friendly, but I mean, we gotta add up the scores to all 4 rounds and see how everybody did, and we'll see who the winner of tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net is, and it is Kent, KI5 RBT. Ben is in the number 2 spot, and Sammy, Mr. Non-Old Friendly, questions here, is in the number 3 spot. So let's go chat with Kent, KI5 RBT. Congratulations, sir. I think 4,215 is a new all-time record. So congratulations on that. What are y'all doing this weekend? Y'all going to be doing any kind of field day from the house, or what's going on over in the KI5 RBT world?
For me, I can tell you more than anything else, it's just trying to recover from having COVID. Don't think Ben's going to get to do much because of that, but maybe we're going to watch some movies and probably watch a lot of Bob's Burgers if we come up. KI5 RBT.
Right on, man. Well, congratulations to you and Ben for the number 1 and number 2 spot. Let's go back and talk to Sammy, N5TXR. Sammy, you got 3rd place tonight. What's going on over at your house this weekend?
Not anything I can think of. I was thinking about maybe coming out here and trying to work the boys on 40 meter tomorrow, but, well, I can tell you, I can usually get 4 out of 10 with just pure guesswork. And sometimes I'll know one of those. So I know I had 2 rounds where I only got 4 out of 10, so I'm as shocked as you are that I'm in 3rd place. N5TXR.
Roger, man. We got Trina and Doug, mostly Trina though, is in the number 4 spot. Congratulations, Trina. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Brian, N5TZV, is in the number 5 spot. Brian, what you got going on this weekend? You going to be doing a little field day action?
Maybe if I can get up in the morning. You kept me up late. But me and the family's out here in the little camper, the field day camper, but we're at the house. So in the morning we got to tear it all down and move to the field day location. But I'm sure I'll be late. Anyway, it's been fun tonight though. Thanks for doing it. N5TZV.
Right on, man. Hanging out in the camper before you go. That's nothing like a little backyard camping. Well, all right. Y'all be safe out there, and good luck at field day. Leonard, KI5NLC, he is officially at the Oak Hill field day site. Leonard, is this your first field day? More than likely. What are you looking forward to most this weekend?
You know, Rusty, I think we really topped the charts right off the bat. Big shout out to Ray for letting us use the projector and have the game up on the side of the RV, but I think we got to make some contacts here on a couple of the bands I can't touch being a technician, so I think I'm just ready to play on the radio and have some fun. KI5NLC.
Right on, man. Well, I hope you and Leslie have a good time this weekend. Let's go talk to Mark, K5NM. He's in the number 7 spot. Mark, what you got going on this weekend?
Not a lot. I have a sick dog, which I got to pay attention to, unfortunately, and whatnot. But all I can say is, he's right. It's old, unfriendly. What can I say? I guessed at 90% of all my answers.
As long as you guess right, man, that's all that matters. Well, good luck this week, and we'll send our love out to the pooch. It's no fun when your best friend's under the weather. Matt, K9MGW, is in the number 8 spot. Matt, what's going on this weekend?
Well, I didn't know most of the answers to anything that was presented tonight. I did okay here in this last category, but yeah, these categories haven't been kind to me. But I'm doing good otherwise. I'm just glad to be here. K9MGW, back to that control.
Right on, man. Yeah, it's not every night is everybody's night, but yeah, it seems like I thought Bob's Burgers would have been a good one, but maybe that's just because I love it. So, well, better luck next week. Even though you're in the number 8 spot, man, the top 10, that's nothing to shake a stick at. Jeffrey, KI5MVF, is in the number 9 spot, and he's still awake from what I'm guessing. He's out at field day. Jeffrey, what are you doing tomorrow as far as field day? You got a band that you're going to be on? Where are you going to be bouncing around?
So I'm standing in the talking circle, so hopefully you can hear me. For starters, I gotta say, Ashley did get logged out for round 4, and technically I think she scored higher than me, so I have to give her props on that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still awake, barely, going to bed right after this. But tomorrow, I don't have an HF set up, so unless I'm operating somebody else's, I did bring my tape measure Yagi and a 2-meter radio, and I heard the ISS is going to be on 2 meters, so I might try and snag that contact. I've not looked to see if there's going to be any good passes, but otherwise all of my aspirations involve hanging out and staying hydrated. KI5MVF, back to net.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I gotta look and see what the satellites are doing tomorrow as well. I've yet to do. I was gonna go Lance, KI5HHK, which I know you're out there listening, Lance, so howdy. He's gonna teach me some satellite stuff, and we've just yet to get around there and make it happen. So I'm blaming Lance, even though it's just because I'm lazy, but nonetheless. Well, we got the number 10 spot is Scott, KI5OBD. Scott's hanging out in field day. He's got a whole little cabin to himself. So, Scott, what are you doing on field day? What bands you working? And this will be, I think, your second field day. So what are you looking forward to tomorrow, man?
Yeah, Rusty, it'll be my second field day, but it'll be my first one with a station. I brought an end-fed half-wave for little, I hope, tune up on 80, 40, and 15. I don't know. We haven't really talked about who's working what bands yet, but I'm going to be strictly SSB. Really looking forward to it. I'm excited. I don't know how it's going to go at all, but I hope everything works and I can make some contacts. I was walking around the room and I had the HT standing up on the charger stand. Let me let it drop. And I can tell which direction the 250 is because if I stand in one place, I get static and I move away and it gets real clear. But yeah, we're real close to the 250 and it sounds great. It's KI5OBD. Back to you, Rusty.
All right, well, there's your top 10 players for tonight's Friday night Trivia Net, the Field Day edition. Hopefully y'all didn't drink too much. Well, hopefully you did. Kind of makes trivia even more fun. So let's move everybody into the elimination round. This is how we tell everybody good night. For those of you who are new and haven't played, it's one of those things, it's one wrong and you're done. So make sure you take your time. You still have 15 seconds to answer the questions. But the first time you're wrong, we got to send you home. It's just the way it is. So y'all pay attention because the questions, they go from easier to harder. We got 10 questions. I think we got everybody moved in that's going to play in with us. We're going to let the repeater take just a quick breath. And when we come back, it will be time for the elimination round. All right, everybody, get your hands on your buzzers. Here is question number 1. Which of these fruits will not ripen after harvesting? Oh, check it out. Half of you think it is the date. Cantaloupe and nectarine tied for third and fourth. Raspberry coming in second, looking at the wrong numbers. So we're going to send quite a few people home after this one, I have a feeling. Which of these fruits will not ripen after harvesting? The raspberry. The raspberry is the correct answer. So, let's see. We're down to 4 people, just like that. Oh, man. So let's say goodnight to Stephen, Chrissy, Kevin at KI5HWD. Thanks for hanging out with us. Richard, KI5VNK. Leslie, KI5NLC. Maria and Ernesto, KI5SYX and KI5PZN. Ashley, KI5MVF. Scott, KI5OBD. Titus, N5TZV. Trina, Jason, KB5MPJ. Brian, N5TZV. George, K5TWR. K5TR, and Matt K9MGW. I would have thought it was dates. That was my pick too. So I would have been wrong. All right. So with one question, we eliminated 16 people, and we're down to 4. Sammy, Kent, Leah, and Bill. Let's see what they will do with question number 2. What does Paddington Bear keep under his hat? Survey says marmalade sandwich is the number 1 answer, and a map coming in second. Nobody picked handkerchief or chocolate biscuit. So what does Paddington Bear keep under his hat? It is a marmalade sandwich. Created by Michael Bond in 1958, Paddington Bear keeps a marmalade sandwich tucked under his hat just in case of emergencies. All right, so let's see who that leaves us. We're down to Sammy and Kent, which means we got to say goodnight to Leah, goodnight, and Bill, N5SMO. Goodnight, you two. All right, neck and neck. It's Sammy and Kent. Let's see who will make it past question number 3. What theme park chain doubled as a stand-in for the park in 2015's Jurassic World? And let's see, 100% on Universal Studios. And the correct answer is Six Flags. Oh, man. So that means that we got to send everybody home. Kent, Cat5, RBT, thanks for playing. And Sammy, N5TXR, got to call it a night. Oh, man. Who would have thought Six Flags would have taken everybody out? Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Field Day edition of the Friday Night Trivia Net. We hope you had a good time hanging out with us. The Friday Night Trivia Net is a service of the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5OAK, and made possible through the generosity of people just like you. For more information on the club, becoming a member, or to learn how you can donate, visit us online at N5OAK. I would also like to thank Kyle, KA5D, and the Crossroads Ham Radio Club for linking their repeater systems for the game tonight. If you'd like to see all the fun things they're up to, or just want more information about the KA5D or W5LRC repeater system, visit them online at ka5d.com or crhrc.org. And before you close your web browser, stop by, check out the BBS. You can also check out all the TriviaNet player rankings, stats, net logs, net check-ins. Everything can be found on the website as well. This weekend we have no fox hunts because it's field day, but we will have one the following week. I get to do that, and I will be the fox on the next one. So stay tuned for next week, but y'all have fun on field day. And of course, we've got the wind down net. It's brought to us by KI5PZN and KI5SYX. It is every Sunday at 7:30 on the KA5D system. This is WZ5BBS, and it's time to bring tonight's Friday Night Trivia Net to a close. I'm going to send a signal to all the repeaters to switch back into regular amateur use. And while they're doing that, I would like to thank all y'all for inviting us into your home tonight. Have a great weekend. Make lots of contacts. Have lots of drink. Stay hydrated. Do all that fun stuff. Be safe. And we'll see you right here next Friday for the Oak Hill Friday Night Trivia Net. 73, y'all.
K5TR.
Yes, sir, George.
Well, I got a phone call and I missed most of the net. But I got the first round, it did miserably, and then it didn't do so well on that last one.
See, and I figured you were going to be a big Bob's Burgers fan for sure. I just knew it, George.
When I started my phone call, you started doing Jurassic Park, and I told my friend, I'm like, well, no, I won't know any of these anyway, so it doesn't matter. Bob's Burger, I wouldn't know anything about that either.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to have to start throwing on some Bob's Burgers during the trivia net, get y'all up to speed on the greatness that is Bob's Burgers.
See, I don't even know what it is. That's how informed I am.
So, do you have a point range that you're aiming for tomorrow for field day?
I don't know, maybe more than I did last year. That would be one goal.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I don't even remember how many points I got last year, but, well, let's see. Oh, actually, let's see. No, I didn't do anything last year, and then Winterfield Day, my rig didn't work, so I'm pretty dismal when it comes to adding points to the club, but, you know, I try.
Yeah, so it says here I made 1,130 CW contacts and 1,355 phone contacts for 2,485, and then 7,200 points, a little bit over 7,200 points. So, and I claimed I operated 19 hours. So I'll see if I can put in a few more hours. I got distracted last year for the last couple of hours. I was working people on 2-meter E-skip in Michigan and Ohio and New York and Pennsylvania and Ontario. So I worked a bunch of grids up there that I hadn't worked before on 2 meters. So I gave up on field day for the last 2 hours. So that's unlikely to happen again. So, you know, I should be able to get in a few more hours.
All right. Well, so for those of you that are at the Oak Field Day, we gotta make 7,500 points. We gotta up George. So we'll see if we can't make that happen. 7,500 points. Y'all go and I know y'all can make that happen. Come on, N5A let's show up George this year.
They should do more CW, I guess. It's worth twice as many points.
Yeah, CW is still on my list of things, but we have not made it there yet. And I don't know that we have any CW people hanging out at Field Day this year.
I think digital is maybe 2 points as well. Phone's only 1 point a contact, so. But it's so much fun to get on sideband and run really big hours, have a big rate. Because I can go a lot faster on sideband than I can on CW. So that's always fun to do. So it's hard for me not to do that for some of the hours.
Yeah, I have discovered I'm more of a night operator than a day operator, and the guys that start like right at 1 and it's just like, oh my god, and they're just like jonesing ready to go, I'm not that type. I would much rather wait until it gets dark and there's at least some space in between the contacts and everybody's way more laid back, and just there's actually a little kind of, hey, how's it going? It's not just constant fire, and I seem to align better with those people.
Well, very good. So I guess a little repeater update. I actually exchanged some emails with support for the people that made this duplexer, and they have one idea for why it drifts off, and I need to go retune it. Haven't had a chance to do that, but maybe I may do it either sometime. Maybe I'll get to it sometime this week or so. I'll see how things go. I don't want to retune it this weekend. It's doing okay. It's putting out more power than it's not great. It hasn't drifted as far this time, but they had a suggestion about maybe we're not tightening the rods tight enough or something, and they're actually slipping a little bit. I kind of find that hard to believe because I'm pretty sure I've gotten them tight, but I don't think I've gotten them ever as tight as what they say, which is that I should be able to pick the duplexer up by these tuning rods. I should be able to pick the duplex, or at least should almost be able to pick the duplexer up off the ground by one tuning rod, and the duplexer is pretty heavy, and not detune it. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's ever been that tight, so I'm going to retune it, I guess, and make sure the things are really tight.
Yeah, and then we have the remote power switch for the amp as well. Have we been keeping the amp off during all of this, or is it on during the nets? I've kind of lost track of that.
Well, there isn't a remote power switch for the amp, because the amp, you can't bypass it that easily. We could do that, and I've actually got parts to do that. I can build something up to make that happen. I actually was looking at the parts because I need to build a relay up, and essentially we need to build a bypass relay that's powered by the same power that powers the amplifier, and then we could do that. We could turn the power supply to the amplifier off, and then it would switch it out of the circuit. But the amplifier doesn't have a bypass for obvious reasons. A repeater is a receiver and a transmitter at the same time, and so there's no reason to have a transmit-receive relay in a repeater. It's a true repeater amplifier, so it's always in the circuit.
Roger. Yeah, I just remember when we put that out there, and we were messing around with it. Sammy was all excited about that.
Well, so since it doesn't have a relay, there's no way to do the power down thing. But I've got a way to make a relay. I've got parts here. I just need to wire it up. In fact, I've got some new parts to do that. So if I can get the duplexer to be stable, I'll probably make that happen. I mean, the amplifier could run all the time, really. But not when the duplexer presents high SWR. It's not so great. So anyway, see if I can improve upon things here. It would be nice to get it where it doesn't drift off. Like I said, it's putting out more power now than it normally does when it drifts off frequency, but it still has a little bit of a high SWR. It probably would be a little louder over at the field day side if it were running full power.
Well, I think I'm going to bow out. I got to go see a man about a horse. I've been drinking, and it's one of those things. I've been sitting down for 2 hours now, so I'm going to bail out. But good luck on field day tomorrow, man, and we'll see you when we see you. WZ5 BBS. We'll be clear after your final.
See, good to hear you. Maybe somebody over at the field day site will check in here. They're not having too much fun over there. WZ5 BBS, have a good evening, K5TR.
73, George.
KI5MVF or anybody else over there, Ranch 3232 K5TR.